actors, it's Wendy Lane Wright, the Hollywood talent manager in Los Angeles, California. This is a question I get from parents sometimes, and I'd like to answer it. Why does my child need a manager if they already have an agent? Here's why. Your agent is a very, very, very busy person, and they have no time to explain to you how the business works, okay? What an agent wants to do is look at the breakdowns and see which roles fit for their clients and submit them to casting directors. And then call casting to set up auditions. And then when the casting offers the job to one of their clients, the agent will negotiate the contract. And that is all agents want to be spending their time doing. Period. Okay? So if your child is with an agent, they do not like to be interrupted from that process to explain how anything works to you. That's why they prefer to work with managers. So the same way that casting directors prefer to work with agents, so they don't have to talk to parents and they don't have to talk to actors, it's the same way that agents prefer to work with managers, so they don't have to deal with parents and all their billion questions. Now, let me show you how that's feasible for you. Your child gets an agent, and your agent says, get 2 clips up on Actors Access. You're like, could you explain that? No, they don't have time to explain that to you. You need to talk to your manager about that. Or they say, here's an audition, please get your child coached. What's coaching? They don't want to spend time explaining that to you either, but your manager can. Your manager also, so listen, your agent is really going to book your child on the more higher paying jobs. And sometimes your child needs to do some of the lower paying jobs also to get experience, to get over certain fears, to learn how the set works, to get more experience, to build their resume. An agent is never going to say, go do a short film for $50 a day, because they're not going to make any money off of that, even though it really could help your child get some experience. A manager is looking at your child's career from a different perspective, okay? First of all, we're going to submit you on smaller stuff and the bigger stuff. So, because some of the smaller stuff will help your child get experience and confidence, and that will help them do better on the bigger stuff. So, your child, we're looking at their career differently. We're looking at it like the whole picture. The child wants to be on television, wants to be on a TV series, or wants to do films. And then we look at what the child's current skill level is right now and make sure that they have the right acting classes to increase that skill. What are the right acting classes for your child? Well, your agent can give you a couple names, but that's about as much as they're going to do. The manager is going to watch your progress in that class, maybe even attend that class, talk to the teacher, find out how they're doing, and really be involved with the child to make sure that they're really developing. I might see that improv class is not really doing what I need it to do, so I'm going to switch them to another class. Or I can see that they're really fumbling with their words and they're mumbling, so I need to get them to a class that's going to really work on their diction, and I know which classes they need to have for that. So, also, if you're having problems on the set, your agent's not going to fly down there every time you have a problem or get on the phone with you every time you have a question. Your manager will. Your agent wants to hear you on the phone for 2 reasons. Yes, I can make that audition, or I'm running late to the audition. Could you let them know? And hopefully that doesn't happen often, but that's what they want to know. They want to know, like, your logistics. Like, can you make an audition or not? Are you going to be on time or not? That's it. That's all they really want to talk to you about. So having a manager, especially when you're new to the business, is extremely, extremely important because there's a lot involved. There are so many questions you have about, should this have happened on the set? Does this seem reasonable to you? What do you think about what this parent said? I'm having a problem with my agent. I don't really think I'm getting along with her. Do you think we should be with another agent? Do you think this agent is really good for my child? The manager is not attached to the agent. The manager is attached to your child. So if that agent is not doing their job or is not working out for you, the manager is going to take you to a different agency and start a new relationship. I have tons and tons and tons of relationships with agents. I have 40 clients on my roster. They must all have agents. I have tons and tons of relationships with agents. I know which agents are going to work well with me and which ones are going to work well with your child. And if they're not working, I know how to get them to different agencies. So there's a lot of things that you don't talk about with your agent that you really should talk about with your manager. You don't want to offend your agent. If you're having issues, you don't call your agent and say, my child should be submitted for this, don't you think? Why isn't my child getting more auditions? And agents will get pissed off at you and drop you. They don't want to deal with you on a personal level like that. Now, your manager could say, okay, let's find out why you're not getting more auditions. And I might call the agent and say, so what are we submitting them for? You know what? Let's try to submit them for this also, because I just discovered they really are good at skateboarding. So anytime you see some skateboarding breakdowns, let's add our client to that. And it comes from a manager. It comes differently. It's a professional, respectful, courteous conversation. I'm supposed to know what my clients can do and do well. And if there's something new that they can do, I'm supposed to tell the agent. When it comes from a parent, it's annoying. It's reality. Also, if your child is meeting certain casting directors, it's my job as a manager to let that agent know. So, for example, one of my clients is very, very busy taking casting director workshops. And her agent called me yesterday and she said, Wendy, please, please, please keep a list, a little sticky on your computer of the casting directors this actor knows. Because she's working so hard to make those contacts and I don't have time to be aware of that. I have 150 clients. So I have sticky notes everywhere, about which casting directors my clients are very familiar with. And when I see a breakdown for those casting directors, I call the agent and say, hey, there's a breakdown with so-and-so casting director, and my client just had a workshop with them. They know each other, submit her. And the agent that asked me to do this loves when I do that because she really wants to help the actors, doesn't have time to be aware of all that fringe information. Okay, so that's just like a little sliver of why you need a manager. It doesn't mean some kids can't get agents without managers. They certainly can. Agents don't prefer that, but that happens sometimes. Sometimes moms and dads say, well, why should we pay an agent 15%? What do we need that for? This and that. Listen, your child is making no money right now on acting. So if you have to pay 15% to an agent, manager, and 10% to an agent, 25% of your child's career, it's because we're both working as a team to help your child, and that 25% is definitely worth it. You're still getting paid 75%, so relax. Also, agents and managers aren't getting paid until your child is working. So we're doing a lot of work, even though we don't even know if your child's going to make us any money. So there are hours and hours and hours we put into it in between auditions and before you get booked on jobs that we're not getting paid. So all that support that you're getting, that your child is getting, that you're paying for that. When the child books a job, we all get paid. And that's how it works, okay? So if you have any more questions, post below, and I will answer them. Parents, if you want to know more about how to break your kids into show business, read a book that I've written called How to Break Your Kids into Show Business, Secrets of a Hollywood Talent Manager. It is an extremely helpful book about how everything works in the business. Parents highly recommend it. It really makes a difference if you've read it. So you can get it at my website, secretsofahollywoodtalentmanager.com. And if you're out of California, you're in, a totally different part of the country or the states or the world, don't get that book if you're not here in LA. Instead, get How to Be a Star Right Where You Are. That book tells you how to break into the industry in every single state and country in the world, and how to find acting jobs on your own with your child, and how to find an agent in your region and how that works. So anyway, follow me on Facebook, which is secretsofahollywoodtalentmanager.com or WAW Entertainment. Follow me on Twitter. What is it? WAW, is it Wendy Elaine? Look up Wendy Elaine, you'll find me. I'm here to support you actors. If you're parents and you need some more resources, check out the Hollywood Mom blog. That's a really cool blog for parents whose kids are in the business. You'll learn lots of things, read lots of really cool articles, and look for groups online with other moms that you can, get involved with and learn about and make friends with. It's a big journey to move out here to LA and to get a manager and all that stuff. So I wish you success and luck and have a great time. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.